The show is on the air with Saturday Night Baseball from Yankee Stadium in the Bronx. Tonight, Game 2 of this 3-game weekend series between the Minnesota Twins and the New York Yankees. Which of these two will prevail? Next on the show. With that, a look at Paul Molitor's lineup for the visiting Twins. Steve, what are they going to have to do to force a rubber match in this series?
Well, hopefully with the wind blowing out, you're not going to see too many guys in that lineup with their eyes too big thinking, oh my gosh, I'm just going to hit it out there into that wind. Stay focused, but if you get something up in the zone, drill it.
And there's a look at the starter this lineup will match up against as you take a look at his line on the right side of your screen. Danny Santana heads for the batter's box, and we are just about ready for some evening baseball.
Center fielder, number 42.
Underway this evening as the first pitch is taken for strike one as we get started right on time at 7:05 p.m. And as the Yankees get started here tonight, EK, they're on a great run of late as they come in winners of 7 of their last 9 games.
And it's been a good start to the homestand for them. They've taken 3 of the first 4, so they've had it going here. No question about that.
And a fastball is swung on and missed, and there is your first out of the contest. And now here's a look at the Minnesota Twins starting lineup. Eric, who should we keep an eye on?
You know, I'm looking forward to seeing what that guy in the 5 spot can do. He's been hitting the cover off the ball lately, batting over .350 in the last 10 games.
Eduardo Nunez will get his first shot now, and he's seen that average climb a bit here recently thanks to what he's done over the course of these last 5 ball games. Here comes the first pitch. Chopped at the plate. In time to first, and there are 2 away. And with a quick breather here, let's give you a look at the Yankees defense. It's brought to us by Majestic. Eric, what do we need to know?
Well, guys, this manager loves to do the defensive shifts. So we're going to see a lot of odd formations as the game goes along. I can't wait to see how it works.
Miguel Sano steps in hoping to get things going at the plate. You can see it's been a bit of a struggle for him in recent games. Here's a pitch popped straight up. Playable behind the plate for Ruiz. And he will indeed make the play in foul territory to retire the side. Down go the Twins in order. And now the Yankees will see what they can do. No score. Brian Dozier will stand in here, and like so many others, hitless in the shutout last night.
Well, guys, that's why they call it a batting average. He's been hitting over .350 in his last 10 games, but he had kind of a bad one yesterday.
Into the seats, 0-1. The windup and the 0-1. That's over, but low. It's a ball and a strike. And set up behind the plate is Joe McDonald as you see the rest of our umpiring crew in this one.
Yeah, Joe has a little bit of a tough strike zone to figure out, guys. It's never too crazy in any one direction, but it's not always as consistent as some people would hope.
Grounded up the first baseline, and he'll take this to the bag himself, and the leadoff man set down to start the second.
First baseman, Joe Mauer.
Joe Mauer strides forward with a hot bat in his hands. Great numbers over the past few games. And he swings on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Circle change and a beauty. It's 0-2.
He's found a pretty nice rhythm out here early on.
Still looking for our first hit in the ball game. Swung on and chopped toward the hole. Backhanded. And he'll take this to the bag himself, and there are 2 away now.
Batting sixth, right fielder, Franklin Gutierrez.
Franklin Gutierrez will stand in, and he is off to a dreadful start at the plate as he has not hit the ball well in April. Starts him out with the knuckle curve, and he swings through it for strike 1. And Gutierrez comes up empty there, and he's in a quick 0-2 hole now.
And you kind of get the sense that he's not really messing around out there too much. There hasn't been a whole lot of setting guys up here in this inning. He's just trying to get himself back into that dugout as fast as he can.
Swing and a miss. Blew the fastball right by him, and the inning is over. Twins are set down 1-2-3. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. Eddie Rosario leads it off here. Bottom third of the order set to go here in the third.
Well, he's faced the minimum so far, and obviously it's still early, but they need to get something going because you can't let this guy settle in out there.
And he throws the fastball by him here. 0-1.
Well, he's gotten away here early with leaving some of these pitches out over the middle of the plate, especially to start some of these at-bats.
Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2. Swing and a miss as he couldn't connect on the 2-seamer, and that's out number 1.
Let's check out that pitching sequence right here. There's not a whole lot to it. He gets him started with good morning. And there's good afternoon. And here it is, good night. 3-pitch strikeout, and you're not going to get him much easier than that.
Here's Trevor Plouffe standing in, as he comes up empty on a pitch right down the middle for strike 1. He'll enter play here with that average down in the low 200s. 1 home run and 3 driven in. Both teams so far yet to crack the hit column. Called strike 0-2. And he struck him out as well. So the bottom of the order providing little resistance here, and there are 2 away.
Pretty stress-free inning so far. 2 batters, 6 pitches, and 2 strikeouts.
Kurt Suzuki digs in with his team still looking at a 0 in the hit column.
Yeah, they just haven't been able to figure it out yet, but it's still early. We're seeing some pretty good pitching so far in this game.
A little tardy there. No balls and a strike.
Boy, he may strike out the side on 9 pitches. 7 down, 2 to go.
Third inning, no score to this point. And he falls behind 0-2. Swing and a flare hit toward right. Bautista coming on. Oh no, looked like he had it, but it goes right by him.
Yeah, it looked like a fairly routine play there. Don't know if he took his eye off it or what, but he winds up basically whiffing on the catch, and that's going to wind up a 2-base error.
Standing in now, Danny Santana. He'll look at a fastball in there on the outer half. It's 0-1.
Well, this is the kind of situation where they came up short last night. They had opportunities, but they could never really cash them in. So you can bet they'd love to get something going on the board early here.
Big swing and a miss at the fastball, and he's behind in the count 0-2.
Oh, tough pitches here, back to back. And now he's not going to give him anything good with a runner at second base.
Runner in scoring position at second with 2 down. Throws him for strike 3, and that retires the side. 1 left for Minnesota. Home half of the third coming up. No score. Eduardo Nunez is ready here as we begin the top of the fourth.
Well, they still don't have any runs on the board yet, so getting this leadoff man on base would be huge.
Swung on and chopped up the middle. Fair-handed by Castro. He's out.
Oh, what a play. And, you know, sometimes these guys make it look so easy, we forget how difficult it is to make a play like that. Not only did he barehand this ball, but he also made a sweet throw on the run over to first base. So often you'll see a guy airmail or short hop a throw like that because of the bad grip you have on the ball. But not in this case. That's a nice play.
Here's Miguel Sano. As he swings at the first pitch and lifts a fly ball out to left field. Dyson is camped under this one, and that's out number 2.
The batter, second baseman, Brian Dozier.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Brian Dozier. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Starts him with a good rising fastball there for strike 1.
Well, there's another first pitch strike right there, and you know, he's gotten ahead of every single batter he's faced so far, and that's a big reason why he's getting these good results.
Protecting on 0-2, so we'll do it again. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Out in front of that one, but he stays alive, and we'll do it again on 0-2. Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. So they're held in check here this half of the inning. To the bottom of inning number 4 we go, and we are tied 0-0. Back with Eric Karros and Steve Lyons, Matt Vasgersian, as Joe Mauer settles in to start things out for Minnesota. Couldn't lay off the pitch inside. It's 0-1. Boy, that changeup's had him eaten out of his hand.
Oh, and they've been falling all over themselves trying to get it. But you've just got to know that that's not going to be a strike. It looks like it is, but it isn't.
Strike 2 called on the inner half. 0-2 now. A little late on the fastball, but he's able to spoil that one off, and he'll get another chance. Can't quite get around in time to keep it fair, and it remains 0-2. And the knuckle curve freezes him as he becomes out number 1.
Not only has he rung up a lot of strikeouts, but he still hasn't walked a batter to this point, so his control has been really, really spot on so far.
Here's Franklin Gutierrez. As he will take strike 1 on the fastball here. No balls and a strike.
Boy, he has been a first strike throwing machine, hasn't he? He's hardly been behind in the count all game long.
Here comes the 0-1. In front of the changeup, and he can't keep it fair. 2 strikes on him now. Hit to short. Tata is up with it. On to first, and there were 2 down. A look at our line score to this point, and I'm almost certainly jinxing things by pointing it out, but it's worth mentioning that 0 in the hit column through 2 outs here in the 5th. Eddie Rosario is into the box. He was a strikeout victim in his first try.
Yeah, and he went down in flames, too. Got him in just 3 pitches.
Swung on and missed. It's 0-1.
Well on his way to another good inning right here, and you see the pitch count. It's not even close to being a factor just yet.
And it's quickly 0-2. No runs, no hits, and no errors in the ballgame for Minnesota. Frozen on the fastball, never had a chance, and the inning is over. He's through 5 without allowing a hit. Home half of the 5th coming up. The Yankees lead it 1-0. Trevor Plouffe steps in here to lead off the 6th as the rain continues to fall here.
Well, I'm glad I'm up in this cozy booth with you guys because it kind of looks pretty miserable down there to me.
Chop foul right at home plate. It's strike 1. He's ready. Here's the 0-1. And he takes something off there and had him way out in front for strike 2.
And even when he's just laying pitches in there, they still swing right through him.
And he punches out another one. Make it 9 for the ball game.
Well, this is the 2nd time he struck out so far, and this is a type of ball game where, you know, it's wet out, the field's slippery, it's a little muddy. Who knows what can happen if you just put the ball in play?
Kurt Suzuki, the hitter now. 0 for 1 on the day after reaching on an error his first time up.
Yeah, still looking for his first hit of the game, so let's see if he can come through with that one right here.
Very weakly on the ground. Foul ball, however, strike 1. Chop foul right at home plate. And some action out in the Yankee bullpen now as a right-hander starts to loosen up. And he struck him out. The 10th victim set down on strikes thus far.
Well, not only is that 10 strikeouts now, but I'll tell you what, we've still got a few innings to go here. If he keeps throwing the way he is, he can make that number really interesting by the time this one's through.
Danny Santana stands in looking to put the bat on the ball for a change here with the first 2 guys going down on strikes to start the inning. Chop foul at the plate, strike 1. Swing and he pops him up over toward foul territory. And he'll get under it to put it away in foul territory, and that ends the inning. Down go the Twins in order. It remains 1-0. Eduardo Nunez will stand in to start the 7th with that big 0 still looming in the hit column.
All right, can I officially start the countdown right now? I'm not scared to talk about a no-hitter up here. There's only 9 outs between him and a no-hitter as we speak.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Not even close on that swing. No balls and a strike. Yet again, another first pitch strike.
And it's a big reason of why he's having the success he is. You establish the count in your favor right away, and it just opens up the door to so many more options going forward.
And he strikes him out here. So that's out number 1 here in the 7th as he continues to keep him out of the hit column.
And for you at home, all I'm going to do is direct your attention to the hits column right there. It is what it is here in the 7th inning.
Miguel Sano will stand in, and he, like so many others, hitless in the ballgame so far.
Well, we've been talking about it a lot, but this offense is just getting shut down right now. And we've seen some really fantastic pitching in this one.
And he just keeps rolling along as he starts another batter out with strike 1. Double-barreled action in the Yankee bullpen now. A lefty and a right-hander start to get loose. That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now, 0-2.
Boy, it's the 7th inning. It looks like he's just jumped into the ball game. A strikeout to start things, and now an 0-2 count.
This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Ellsbury on the move. Makes the play, and there are 2 gone now.
Well, you could see this building even from the first couple of innings. He still has not allowed a hit, and I think he'll certainly have enough to go the distance if so required.
Brian Dozier will try it again. He's grounded out and struck out in 2 trips.
Yep, not showing too much so far, but he's got a chance to make something happen right here. See if he can put those other ABs behind him.
Sends that one out of play for strike 1. Ready with the 0-1 pitch. Ground ball sent back up the middle. Played on the backhand. And the off-balance throw gets him as he takes away a hit, and the side is retired. Twins are set down 1-2-3. They trail this one 1-0. Leading off the inning, Joe Mauer, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up.
Well, this has been a great game so far, and they're only down by 1. So getting this leadoff guy on would be huge for them.
And he starts him out with a strike on the outer half.
Getting that first pitch strike is so important against a guy like this. You have to be able to work ahead in the count and not let him dictate the at-bat.
0-2 now as Mauer can't come up with anything on that swing.
And on 0-2, I'd be shocked to see another fastball in the strike zone.
Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. Chop fouled over towards the coaching box. Trying to strike him out for the 2nd time. Did a good job to shorten up and protect the plate, and he'll have another shot at it here. Good swing on a tough pitch, and he'll stick around to see another one. 0-2 count, and the pitch. And he struck him out for the first out of the inning, but perhaps more importantly, he's 5 outs away now.
And just another outstanding pitch right there. And it's not easy to do with so much on the line here in the 8th inning. But he's now down to his final 5 outs.
And now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. Franklin Gutierrez is in for the 3rd time now as he takes a called strike. It's 0-1.
Look at where we are in this game. Late innings, and this pitcher has thrown a first pitch strike to every hitter he's faced. You wonder why he's getting good results.
0-1, here it comes. That's taken. Now it's 0-2.
He's just working east and west here. He'll be fine if he just stays out of the middle.
Grounded to short. Tata comes up with it. Throw on to first, 2 gone.
Well, a huge out number 2 here in the 8th. 4 big outs remain, but the finish line, it's starting to come into sight.
Settling in now, Eddie Rosario. He got called out on strikes his last time through.
Yeah, and hopefully he got that out of his system. They really need him to come through right here.
And he takes a cold strike, 0-1.
And you can see him trying to be a little bit more patient here. He's got 2 strikeouts already, but he's got to be careful not to fall too far behind.
Now the 0-1. In there, and it's 0-2 now.
He's closing in on putting up yet another 0.
No runs, no hits, and no errors in the ballgame for Minnesota. And he struck him out. So he's now through 8 full innings and will take his no-hit bid into the ninth. Down go the Twins in order. They're on the short end of a 1-0 score. Trevor Plouffe will stand in, and he, like so many others, hitless in the ballgame so far. Ninth inning underway now as the first pitch is taken for a called strike. Put yourself in the shoes of that man right there. What's going through his mind right now?
Well, I would guess he's trying to approach his ninth inning the same way he has earlier, but come on, we know his heart's racing. You just got to focus on the glove and trust what your catcher's calling, because he's done a heck of a job also.
And he struck him out for out number 1. So now just 2 outs away from the no-no.
Oh, and that's a big first out. And it's nice to get that first one out of the way. He's not home yet, though. Still 2 big outs to get through before it's celebration time.
Kurt Suzuki stands into the box. He's 0 for 2 so far in this one. First delivery to him on the way. Just gets a piece of it. Strike 1. Bases are empty. 1 man out. That's popped up now towards short right field. Castro is there, and there are 2 men gone now.
1 out to go. Can you believe this? Man, I wonder what's going through his head right now.
Danny Santana will dig in now as perhaps the final man to stand in the way of possible history here tonight.
Yep, 1 more out, and he's going to be in the record books forever. Now, you got to control your emotions and focus right here.
Swing and a ground ball. This could do it. And they get the force, and that will officially do it. It's a no-hitter.
Well, he's down there getting swarmed by his teammates right now, and he deserves it. Truly one of the best pitching performances that I've ever witnessed. And he puts his name into the record books with that no-hitter.
This one, definitely a low-scoring affair as we get one last look at our final line score. Well, obviously, after a no-hitter, there's not a whole lot of debate as to the identity of our top player of the game.
Yeah, but probably the easiest player of the game decision we'll have to make all year. He got some help along the way from his defense, but all in all, this was his show. And he winds up in the history books with a no-hitter.
So that just about does it. For EK, Psycho, and the crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, get those smartphones and tablets out and head over to the Show Nation. This is the MLB pregame show, and I'm Matt Vasgersian. And as we draw nearer to the first pitch of Game 1 in the series, we'll give you the latest installment of our Topps Player Spotlight. Number 13 is in that spotlight. And everybody's been talking about the perfecto he tossed a few days ago, so today everybody's anxious to see what his encore will be.
Yeah, and it was such a thrill to watch him make baseball history with that perfect game. I mean, it's just such an amazingly difficult thing to do, and he did it in such dominant fashion. I mean, I know that it's sort of obvious, but really, there's not another word that I can think of that describes him on that day better than dominant. But after all the emotions and excitement he's dealt with this week, it'll be interesting to see how focused and ready he is in this one. Should be a fun one to watch.
All right, the guys and I will be back to get this one started on the show right after this. Well, it's not quite a nor'easter, but the rain's coming down pretty good here at Fenway Park in Boston. Tonight, the first of this three-game weekend series between the New York Yankees and the Boston Red Sox. It's baseball on the show, and it's coming up next. So now let's take a look at Joe Girardi's lineup for the visiting Yankees. Anybody catch your eye, Eric?
Well, there's only a few guys that can swing it and flip it like Joey Bats, Jose Bautista. He's a home run threat every time he steps into the box. If they want to shut him down, they're going to have to be careful and keep the ball low in the zone. Don't give him anything he can drive.
David Price, a southpaw from Tennessee, is the man on the mound. What's your take on him, EK?
Well, guys, if you take a look at that whip, you can see he's been struggling.
Xander Bogaerts comes to the plate to lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
Number 72, Xander Bogaerts.
Just off the outside, and it's 1-0. And as the Yankees get started here tonight, EK, they come in a bit of a rough patch. They've dropped 4 in a row.
Yeah, both of these teams come into the series riding losing streaks. So the good news, someone's going to get back in the win column here. Other than that, not a whole lot of good to report for either side.
And reined in one away. Now a chance here from Fenway to take a look at John Farrell's starting lineup card. How do they get back into the win column, Psycho?
Well, I think you need to take advantage of balls up in the zone, and you could probably say that almost every day, but this is a great hitter's park. You get something to drive, they end up in the seats here.
Jackie Bradley Jr. will dig in, and this season certainly hasn't been all that kind to him as he enters play with the average down in the 230s. And he gets him to lift one high in the air and drifting out to shallow center. And Castro will put this one away for route number 2. And with that, let's give you a look at the Yankees defense. It's brought to us by Majestic. Any thoughts, Eric?
Well, guys, their starter has a ton of strikeouts, among the league leaders. That sometimes leads to some complacency out in the field. They're going to have to stay on their toes, be ready, because they will be involved.
Travis Shaw steps in hoping to get things going at the plate. You can see it's been a bit of a struggle for him in recent games. A little tardy there. No balls and a strike. The rain, as we've mentioned, coming down fairly steadily here at game time. EK, how'd you like playing in the rain?
It wasn't that bad. The only problem, sometimes up at the plate, batting gloves would get wet while it was raining. It made it a little difficult to hit.
Hit on the ground to short. Oh, and it eats him up a bit. And they'll wind up with no play here as he reaches first safely.
And even if this doesn't lead to a run, it's important not to let this guy get out there and skate through the first inning, throwing as few pitches as he has. If nothing else, maybe you force him to throw another, 5, 6, 7 pitches to the next hitter.
Hanley Ramirez will get a shot here with 2 away and a runner at first now following the base hit.
That 2-out single seemed harmless enough, but anytime you extend the inning to allow this guy to get a shot with a runner on, you better be careful.
First delivery to him on the way. chop foul right at home plate. Grounded back up the middle. And the inning will continue as that's through for a 2-out hit.
Yeah, he hit a good pitch there. This thing's toward the outside part of the plate, but he stays with it all the way. Uses the big part of the field and gets himself a base hit.
Here's the second baseman now, Dustin Pedroia, as he'll go after the first pitch and bounce one foul for the first strike. A little bouncer. That's a foul ball. Hit to short. And a gorgeous flip to second, and with that, the side is retired. Boston strands a couple. After one, no score. Brock Holt will stand in with an even .300 average here in the month of April.
Brock Holt.
Into the windup and the pitch. Now a swing and a miss. Took something off that one, and it's strike one.
Trying to jump on that first pitch changeup. That's a good pitch there to start this AB.
Here's a late swing and a miss, strike two.
Well, a couple of good swings back to back, but nothing at all to show for it.
Now a changeup locks him up as he looks at strike three called. One away.
Batting seventh, catcher.
And we'll get a good look at the grip on this last circle change. You can see that your fingers actually make kind of an OK symbol on the side of the baseball, and that gives it that nice fading movement it has at the end.
Standing in now, Blake Swihart, as he'll go after the first pitch to him and comes up empty. It's strike one. The average right at the 200 mark on the year. 2 home runs and 4 RBIs. Bottom of the second here with no score. Swing and a ball chopped foul right at home plate. Swing and a miss as he ran that two-seamer right by him for the second out.
Well, if you want to be considered a strikeout pitcher, you better have a pretty good one of these. You see it here again on Show Track, and this is now 6 pitches and 2 strikeouts so far in the inning.
Rusney Castillo will take his first swings here, and as you can see, not a lot going right for him offensively here in this first month of the year. First pitch on its way. That's yanked into the stands, strike one. And that's in there as well. 0-2 now.
And there's number 8. 1 away.
2 out, nobody on. Swing and he pops him up over toward foul territory. Johnson has got it, and the side is retired. Red Sox go down 1-2-3. We'll move to the third with no score. Chris Young will dig in now, and he, like many others, was held hitless in the shutout yesterday afternoon.
You know, guys, we all know that those kind of games are going to happen in this sport. It's a tough game out there, no matter who you are. But the good ones are able to put that day behind you and go out and focus on the next game.
The windup and the 0-1. That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now, 0-2.
And against a guy like this, you're usually only going to get 1 pitch to hit in that bat. Sometimes you might not even get that, so that's one he may want back.
Protecting on 0-2, so we'll do it again. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And another foul ball. Got him.
Right over the top here with the four-seam fastball. Good drive through the release. Just threw it right by him at the letters.
Here's Xander Bogaerts now, as he will swing at the first pitch and send a ground ball out to short. Throw gets him, 2 down.
The batter, left fielder,
Jackie Bradley Jr. is at the plate now, flied out in his first at-bat. Here comes the first pitch. Hit in the air out to straightaway left. Isashi moves over. No trouble with this one, and the inning is over. Down in order go the Red Sox. We'll head to the fourth, still scoreless. Travis Shaw will step forward now to lead things off, and after that last half inning, his guys are going to have some work to do.
Yeah, those 5-run innings are tough to bounce back from, but there's still time. They don't need to panic. They just need to focus on getting a few guys on base here.
And that swung on and missed for strike one. I had him reaching at thin air that time, and he's very quickly down 0-2.
And this has been a common problem for all of these guys. They just can't lay off that pitch down and away.
Pitch swung on and hit in the air. Bautista has a read on it, and he hauls it in for the first out of the inning. Stepping in, Hanley Ramirez. He reached on a single in his first try. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Watches a fastball right there for strike one. High in the air into shallow left center. Escobar backs up and takes care of it. 2 away.
Boy, he had to go a long way into the outfield to make this play. I kept thinking he was going to get called off, but he must have kept shouting for it, so he stays with it and pulls it in.
Here's the second baseman now, Dustin Pedroia. As this is popped foul behind the plate, it's strike one. No runs, 2 hits, and no errors for the Red Sox to this point. Fastball, and he's quickly in the hole, 0-2.
Boy, he might be pressing his luck a little now. That's 2 straight pitches right down the middle.
Strike 3 called, and the inning is over. Red Sox go down 1-2-3. Need to get it going soon. It's 5-0. Brock Holt comes to the plate as we get started here in the bottom of the 5th.
Boy, they've got some work to do here, but there's still a lot of time left in this game, so just chip away, chip away.
Oh, and that one slung through the strike zone that time at 98, 0-1.
Well, he gets ahead of another hitter there, and I'm told he's thrown a first pitch strike to around 90% of the batters he's faced so far, and that's pretty amazing.
Gets on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. Trying to strike him out for the second time. And he struck him out. Second time tonight now that he's been set down on strikes.
Well, this is the second time he struck out so far, and this is a type of ball game where, you know, it's wet out, the field's slippery, it's a little muddy. Who knows what can happen if you just put the ball in play.
Blake Swihart is into the box. He was a strikeout victim in his first try.
Yeah, and he went down in flames, too. Got him on just 3 pitches.
Outside target here, and he hits it for strike 1.
Boy, he has been a first strike throwing machine, hasn't he? He's hardly been behind in the count all game long.
Bases are empty, 1 man out. Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2.
And this is part of why he's had a lot of success so far. He's done a lot of work on the edges and stayed out of the middle of the strike zone.
Sent on the ground out to second. Throw on to first, 2 gone.
Up next for the Red Sox, right fielder,
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Rusney Castillo. He flew out in his last at-bat. He's ready. Here's the first offering. And he starts the number 8 hitter with a strike, 0-1.
Well on his way to another good inning right here, and you see the pitch count. It's not even close to being a factor just yet.
Big swing and a miss at the fastball, and he's behind in the count 0-2. Very difficult to get on top of a pitch when it's coming in that high.
Darn near impossible when it's coming at you in the high 90s. You just can't get your hands up there fast enough to stay on top.
Out in front of that one, but he stays alive and will do it again on 0-2. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Frozen on the fastball. Never had a chance, and the inning is over. Down in order go the Red Sox. They can't chip into that 5-0 deficit. Chris Young will come forward now to start out their half of the 6th, and they've found it rough sailing against this starter so far as he's yielded just 2 hits through the first 5.
Not too many hard hit balls there either. He's had them off balance all game.
First pitch coming. Here it is. And he just keeps rolling along as he starts another batter out with strike 1.
A lot of these guys have come into these at-bats trying to be the aggressor, trying to make something happen. But what has happened is that they've swung and missed themselves into some early holes.
Tap foul at home plate. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Fought off at the plate, and will do it again. Now a swing and a miss, and Young is down on strikes, 1 away.
Not only has he rung up a lot of strikeouts, but he still hasn't walked a batter to this point, so his control has been really, really spot on so far.
Here's Xander Bogaerts now. As with 1 away, he won't catch up with the fastball, and it's 0-1. For that man right there, you need look back only to his last start to see a performance like the one he's shown here so far.
And well on his way to another great outing. And that's what you get when you mix your speeds and throw a lot of strikes.
That's taken. Now it's 0-2.
And that has been the comfort zone so far in this outing. He's just lived on that outside corner, and it's paid big dividends for him.
Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. Now the 0-2 pitch. Can't quite get around in time to keep it fair, and it remains 0-2. Set to deliver on 0-2. Here it comes. Now a fastball is lifted into the air to shallow center. Calling for it, Dyson, 2 down.
Now batting, left fielder,
Jackie Bradley Jr. will stand in, and he, like so many others, hitless in the ballgame so far.
Well, we've been talking about it a lot, but this offense is just getting shut down right now. And we've seen some really fantastic pitching in this one.
Knuckle curve down below the knees, 1-0. Chop foul right at home plate. It's strike one. A ball and 2 strikes to count now with the bases empty and 2 away. Swing and a miss. Blew the fastball right by him, and the inning is over. Red Sox go down 1-2-3. Need to get it going soon. It's 5-0. Travis Shaw steps into the box as the leadoff hitter here in the bottom of the 7th.
And so far in this one, they're still getting shut out. So this leadoff at bat could be huge if he can just get on base, because they've been held in check all game.
Out in front of it, strike one. Off the plate and in. It's a ball and a strike.
Boy, and Mother Nature is letting us have it right now. It's coming down harder than it has all night.
Foul right at the plate. The count moves now to 1-2. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. And he punches out another one. Make it 9 for the ball game.
And I think this rain is definitely complicating matters out there. It's really coming down over the past 5 minutes or so. And you know, when you're out there blinking and trying to keep the water out of your eyes and the rain's dripping off of your helmet, it's making your grip really slick. It's a tough situation for any hitter to be in, and it's no picnic for the pitcher out there either. But he was the strong one in this case and won this battle.
Here's the left fielder, Hanley Ramirez. As this is popped foul behind the plate, it's strike one. Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. In front of the changeup, and he can't keep it fair. 2 strikes on him now. The 0-2 home. A little late on the fastball, but he's able to spoil that one off, and he'll get another chance. Lofted in the air out to right field. Bautista has a play, and he brings it in for the second out of the inning.
The second baseman, number 15, Dustin Pedroia.
So 2 are gone now for Dustin Pedroia. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Chop foul at the plate, strike one. Here comes the 0-1. And a swing and a miss that time by Pedroia as he finds himself in an 0-2 hole now.
You have to say they've really had a good game plan for attacking the 3, 4, 5 hitters all game long.
Yeah, and I think the only thing that's better than a game plan has been the execution of that game plan. You're exactly right. They've held this lineup at bay.
Chop foul over towards the dugout. Now a swing and a ball popped high in the air over toward foul ground. And that will conclude matters here in the 7th. Down in order go the Red Sox. They can't chip into that 5-0 deficit. Leading off the inning, Brock Holt, and they'll need him to get something going here.
Well, you're facing a pretty big deficit in this game, so they need to start clawing their way back.
Now a swing and a ground ball, but a foul ball here, 0-1. 0-1 count. Here's the pitch. Big swing at the knuckle curve, gets nothing but air. 0-2 now.
Just too many swings and misses on pitches out of the zone. Jeez, swing at strikes.
And he is down on strikes again. So get your hats out. That's the 3rd strikeout of the game.
Ouch. That's a rough night at the ballpark here. Third strikeout. One thing you can't do, though, you can't go into that dugout hanging your head. You got to think, hey, it's over. I'll get another shot to redeem myself. Whether that's tonight or sometime in the future, that's the attitude you have to have.
Double-barreled action in the Yankee bullpen now. A lefty and a right-hander start to get loose.
Blake Swihart is in with one away now as he swings and misses here at strike one. Yet again, another first pitch strike.
And it's a big reason of why he's having the success he is. You establish the count in your favor right away, and it just opens up the door to so many more options going forward.
Again, he sends it out of play. Chop foul at the plate, and we'll do it again. Ready with the 0-2. Chop foul at the plate, and he stays alive, still 0-2. Looking to put him away. Here's the 0-2. Hit in the air out to center field. Dyson is under this one, and that's out number 2. Rusney Castillo will stand in now with 2 away, needing to really get something started here.
And their chances of getting back into this ball game are growing dimmer by the batter.
Drops in a strike to start the at-bat. 0-1.
This guy just continues to pound the strike zone. He's thrown a first pitch strike to 90% of the batters he's faced. Look how late we are into this ball game, and that's the difference for him.
0-1. Here's the pitch. Oh, and that is right down the middle for strike 2. Thought about it, but he holds up on the knuckle curve. 1-2.
Well, you know, when you're behind an account like this, it's all about changing your approach at the plate. You got to shorten up a little bit and just look to put the ball in play.
And he popped him up, drifting back behind first. And 8 innings have come and gone now as the inning is over. Red Sox go down 1-2-3. Need to get it going soon. It's 5-0. Chris Young will stand in, and he, like so many others, hitless in the ball game so far. And he takes a cold strike. 0-1.
And you can see him trying to be a little bit more patient here. He's got 2 strikeouts already, but he's got to be careful not to fall too far behind.
And he falls behind. 0-2. Trying to strike him out for the 3rd time. Very weakly on the ground. That goes foul, so he stays alive with 2 strikes. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Did a good job to shorten up and protect the plate, and he'll have another shot at it here. Hit out towards second. Gloved by Castro. A quick out number 1.
The shortstop, number 2, Xander Bogaerts.
Xander Bogaerts will stand in, and they've done a good job keeping him off base at the top of the lineup. He's 0 for 3 thus far.
Yeah, guys, not really providing the spark that they usually hope to get out of him. Maybe he can make something happen right here.
Now a fastball on the inside corner, and he takes a look at strike 1.
And that pitch count is 88 now, but to me, he looks good to go.
ground ball sent back up the middle. Backhanded. On to first, and a good stretch over there is going to get him by a step for the second out.
Boy, I'll tell you, it has been like this all night long. The defense has just been airtight, and here's another super play to take away a hit.
Jackie Bradley Jr. will stand in now as their last shot here with 2 away in the 9th.
Yeah, just one final hurdle here before he finishes off the shutout.
First offering on its way. To first. Johnson comes up with it. And he'll step on first for the out, and the ball game is over.
Yeah, just 2 hits were all they could muster off of him. He was in complete control from the start of this game, and he finished it off in style, too.
One more look at the final line score there to see the great pitching performance that led his guys to the victory. And guys, you can't win if you can't score, so there's probably not a whole lot of debate about who'll take home Topps Player of the Game honors in this one.
Yeah, definitely no debate as far as I'm concerned. He was really in complete control the whole way through. Only really got into trouble a few times, and he winds up with a complete game shutout.
So that just about does it. For EK, Psycho, and the crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, get those smartphones and tablets out.